Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Tuesday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Looking at our weather impact summary slide, we see unseasonably hot conditions today and Wednesday with near record highs and heat advisories and warnings. We do expect breezy conditions to work into the Central Mountains Wednesday afternoon, and we have issued a fire weather watch for that region. The breezy conditions will spread down into the Snake River Plain on Thursday, and we have issued a fire weather watch for that region as well. Once we get into Friday and Saturday, we expect a resumption of the unseasonably hot conditions with record highs and heat advisories and warnings possible across the region. Let's go ahead and get into our forecast graphics. Here we are looking at the satellite imagery this morning. We see a high-pressure ridge across the region, actually expanding up through Idaho. We have a low-pressure system located off the Northern California coast. It's lifting northeast as a low-pressure kicker begins to drop into the western portion of the trough, driving this low northeast towards Washington. These systems will come into play here pretty significantly over the next several days, and we'll take a look at that here in a minute. Taking a look at our forecast graphics, we see that high-pressure ridge across the region today. Here we are looking at our storm track. And we can also see that low-pressure system off the coast moving into at least the Oregon or towards the Oregon coastal waters later this afternoon. Pretty dry across the region. We might have some residual moisture lingering between Mackay and Spencer and Island Park area with some instability showers developing late this afternoon. But for the most part, we should see dry conditions and warming across the region. That warming will continue into Wednesday, where we are looking at high temperatures in the or near the century mark down here in Burley, and mid and upper 90s here throughout the rest of the Snake River Plain. Certainly the mid 90s here in the Central Mountains and Southeast Highlands. So getting pretty hot and toasty out there, hence the reason for the heat advisories and warnings across the region. By Wednesday afternoon, the ridge begins to shift east as that low pressure system now moves up into northern Washington, southern British Columbia, and we begin to see some stronger winds breaking into the Central Mountains. We see that in this graphic here with the wind gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour across a large portion of the Central Mountains, where we've issued a fire weather watch for gusty winds and low humidity for Wednesday afternoon. Minimum humidities here, we're looking at basically the teens across the region. On Thursday, the high pressure still solidly in place across the Four Corners region, but we see the next low pressure system. This is actually that kicker that was pushing the other low pressure system east, has now moved into Washington and Oregon, and we begin to see the stronger winds shifting south into the Snake River Plain, where we have a fire weather watch out once again for portions of the Central Mountains, most of the Snake River Plain and the South Central Highlands. Here you can see the wind gusts that we are anticipating across the Snake River Plain, 30 to 35 pretty solidly throughout the region there. And minimum humidities in the single digits in some of these places and teens. So certainly enough to support a fire weather watch for that region. As we work our way back into Friday and Saturday, the ridge expands across the region. Here we are looking at high temperatures soaring again up towards the century mark. We'll probably see some heat advisories and heat warnings across the region once again. And then by the time we get out to Sunday, we may see this break down. There's some uncertainty in the models at this point, so probably don't want to go too far past Saturday at this point where things look to be a little stable. Okay, to review, we are expecting unseasonably hot conditions today and Wednesday with near record highs and heat advisories and warnings posted. We expect disturbance to move across southern Canada on Wednesday. That'll bring breezy conditions to the Central Mountains and a fire weather watch. Those conditions will slip into the Snake River Plain on Thursday, and we have a fire weather watch for that region as well. And then on Friday and Saturday, we see a resumption of the unseasonably hot conditions with near record high temperatures and heat advisories and warnings possible across the region. That's all I had for you here this morning. If you had any comments or questions, please give us a call here at the number on the screen. Thank you.